Will humans be able to beat robots in this skills challenge? I highly doubt it. In the past few days alone, humanoid robots crossed multiple lines that humans trained for years to master. In China, a humanoid robot performed one of the most delicate manual skills ever attempted by a machine, live on stage. In the United States, another humanoid casually interacted with humans, understood spoken requests, and physically responded in real time. A robot dog sold out in under an hour like a new smartphone launch. Factories began replacing skilled human workers with humanoids at scale. And one of the most famous robots on Earth is about to step onto a global stage next month. This video is not about one robot. It's about a threshold moment. And it all starts with something that looks simple, until you realize it might not be one of the hardest tasks a machine has ever been asked to do. On December 22nd, a company called Robotics presented a humanoid robot at a live event in China. The robot didn't lift boxes, it didn't stack crates, it didn't wave at the crowd, it sat down and did hand embroidery. Real embroidery, threading a needle, using both hands, stitching a logo live in front of an audience. If you've never stitched anything before, this might not sound impressive. But from a robotics perspective, this is borderline insane. You're dealing with flexible thread that stretches and twists, fabric that constantly deforms, a long sequence of precise movements where a single mistake snaps the thread or ruins the stitch. For decades, this kind of task was considered off-limits for automation. Industrial robots are great at rigid, repeatable actions. Soft materials break everything. They change shape. They resist unpredictably. They require continuous force adjustment in real time. Yet this humanoid moved smoothly, stayed stable, coordinated both hands, visually tracked the needle and thread, and completed the task without hesitation. This wasn't just motion control. This was embodied intelligence working as a system. And people inside robotics immediately understood what this meant. Because once you can do this, embroidery is no longer the point. Now you're talking about wire harness assembly, precision electronics, fine mechanical work, all the tasks factories still depend on skilled human hands for. Robotics CEO, Dr. Chen-Yi Lun, explained how they achieved this using what he called a data, AI, physics Trinity approach. Instead of separating data collection, model training, and physical robots, they fused everything into a single feedback loop. Real-world operational data is captured through their SenseHub platform. That data trains their embodied AI system, the AWE 2.0 World Engine. And crucially, the model isn't trained for one task. It learns general physical skills, balance, coordination, force control, vision under uncertainty. Those skills transfer across tasks and environments. Even more important, the digital to physical gap is small. What the AI learns in training actually survives real-world deployment. That's why the robot didn't fall apart on stage. And this system follows classic AI scaling laws. As more real-world data flows in, performance improves across multiple tasks simultaneously. The long-term goal isn't embroidery. It's adaptable humanoids that don't need to be reprogrammed for every new job. And here's the part that should really get your attention. Robotics was founded on February 5, 2025. In under a year, they went from zero to live humanoid demos, showing capabilities people said were years away. Investors noticed. The company raised $120 million in an angel round, followed by another $122 million in an Angel Plus round. While this was happening in China, a very different but equally telling moment played out in the US. On December 23rd, Figure AI's CEO Brett Adcock shared a short, unscripted clip with their latest humanoid, Figure 03. He asked where it was built. It answered clearly, San Jose, California. He asked which generation it was. It replied, third generation. Then he tested something practical. He asked the robot to hand him a medium shirt, then a large one. The shirts were in different baskets. Figure 03 visually scanned the setup, identified the correct size each time, picked the right basket, and handed over the shirt. Under the hood, this robot runs Helix, a vision, language, action model where perception, reasoning, and movement are tightly integrated. People were impressed, but they noticed something else. A pause. About 2 to 3 seconds before the robot responded. That delay matters. Humans are extremely sensitive to conversational timing, and speech latency remains one of the hardest unsolved problems in humanoids. But make no mistake, Figure 03 is a major step forward. Released in October, it's smaller, about 9% lighter, with a softer exterior designed for household safety. It stands roughly 5'6", focuses on domestic pick-and-place tasks, and shows improved mobility. In previous clips, it demonstrated quick starts, smooth turns, sharp braking, and even running. Reported speeds range from around 2.7 to over 4 miles per hour. It charges wirelessly through coils in its feet, supports up to 2 kilowatts of charging power, and runs for roughly 5 hours per charge. While humanoids were improving in labs and homes, something unexpected happened in the consumer market. Vita Dynamics launched an AI-powered robot dog under the V-Bot brand. Priced at roughly $1,368 for early buyers, it sold over 1,000 units in just 52 minutes. This wasn't hype. This was real consumer demand. The robot runs fully autonomously, processes vision locally for privacy, delivers serious torque, tows up to 100 kilograms, and borrows heavily from electric vehicle architecture. Public beta testing starts in early 2026. That sales spike sent a clear signal. People are ready to buy embodied AI. At the same time, humanoids quietly started replacing humans in factories. CATL, the world's largest EV battery maker, launched what it calls the first large-scale humanoid-powered battery production line. The humanoid robot Xiaomo now handles critical end-of-line battery testing tasks that used to expose human workers to high-voltage risks. Xiaomo achieves over 99% connection success, matches skilled human cycle times, and delivers nearly 3 times the daily workload with consistent quality. This is not experimental. This is production. And finally, looking ahead, one of the most iconic humanoids in history is about to step onto a global stage. Atlas, developed by Boston Dynamics and backed by Hyundai, is set to make its first live public demo at CES 2026. Hyundai plans to place robotics at the center of its future strategy, backed by tens of billions of dollars in AI investment. For those who followed robotics for decades, this moment matters. Because this isn't progress anymore, it's momentum. What we're seeing right now isn't a collection of cool robot videos. It's a convergence. Better embodied AI, more real-world data, faster scaling, real commercial deployment. Robots are moving from demos to demand, from labs to factories, from curiosity to infrastructure. The question is no longer if humanoids will matter. It's how fast they'll reshape work, manufacturing, and daily life. And based on what we just saw, that future isn't coming slowly. It's already here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.